A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 352nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Thursday, November 1st, 2018. We are presented by 1821manmade.com, your one-stop shop for all of your beard grooming needs. Visit 1821manmade.com today to get your hands on the best beard products around. Let's get right to it. I got a comment on an episode I did the other day, a video I did the other day, about why you should never tell a woman to put herself in your shoes. And I got this comment from a chick, and she said, and I quote, "At 8 minutes and 41 seconds, when you say that your girl, pardon me, when you say that if your girl is talking to her ex, tell her to stop or she's gone. Isn't this an ultimatum? I absolutely agree that she needs to not be talking to any exes, but isn't the ultimatum a sign of weakness?" I think you guys have talked about that on the Redman group, if I'm remembering correctly, or if I'm remembering right, as she says. Now, first off, I'll go ahead and point out that this isn't an honest question. Okay, she's not asking me if ultimatums are a sign of weakness because she wants an answer from me. No, she asked the question to make the statements that ultimatums are a sign of weakness, and that if I endorse them, then I, of course, Donovan Sharpe, am weak. This is what she wanted to say. She wanted to point out that the sign of weakness is what she believes is an inconsistency in our message. So I'll answer her first loaded question, and the answer is that ultimatums are indeed a sign of weakness when coming from a position of weakness. If your value is low, okay, if you don't handle her like she needs to be handled, when you are in her frame and she is not in yours, and she is texting her higher value ex-boyfriend, then yes, telling her to stop texting her ex or she's gone is indeed a sign of weakness. But not all ultimatums are created equal, gentlemen. Not even close, and I'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. Now, to answer her second assertion, which is that because we all agreed on the Redman group that ultimatums are a sign of weakness, we must all indirectly agree that there is no gray area or context or room to disagree or add nuance or acknowledge that different circumstances require different reactions. Her comment was merely what we call concerned trolling. She doesn't give a shit about the answer, guys. She literally wanted to say, hey, Donovan, you are weak and a hypocrite. And I disrespectfully disagree, and I say to this woman, stay in your lane and buy your ticket to the 22 convention in 2020 as soon as they become available, so you can learn to stay the fuck out of conversations when men are talking. But her comment did make me think about ultimatums. So many women like to declare proudly, well, I don't respond well to ultimatums, or if he gives me an ultimatum, I shut down. Really? So when your boss tells you that if you are late again, you're fired, you just quit on the spot because you don't respond to ultimatums that well? When you're a kid and your mom told you to clean up your room and you were grounded, did you shut down? But Donovan, those situations are different. Yes, they are. And the difference is respect. You respect your boss's power to end your employment and to stop your paychecks. You respected your mother's authority to ground you. So when a woman says she doesn't respond well to ultimatums, what she is really saying is that she doesn't respond well to ultimatums from men she does not respect. Think about it. I'll give you a situation. If a girl dated a guy who is a 10 in looks, had a 10-inch dick worth 10 figures, keeps her in line, and makes her work for his attention and affection and resources, and he told her, stop going out with your friends at night or we're done, do you think she'd shut down? Do you think she'd leave and tell her friends that she left because he gave her an ultimatum and she doesn't respond well to ultimatums? Well, of course she wouldn't. Why? because she respects him. He's a high-value guy who knows his worth and demands her best. She loves and respects him. So her answer isn't, OMG, you gave me an ultimatum, I'm totally shutting down. No, her answer is, you got it, babe. No more girls' nights out. Now, of course, that mythical man doesn't exist, but you guys get the idea. And that idea is that a high-value male that a woman respects can lay down ultimatums left and right, and she will happily comply with each and every one of them if she wants him to keep her around. This also relates to sexual harassment in the workplace. Women don't want sexual attention from unattractive male coworkers. No, they want sexual attention from men that they are aroused by. Women don't want ultimatums from unattractive men they do not respect. Let's take it in another direction. Women always talk about the fact that they don't want to be objectified, and that's simply not true. No, they don't want to be objectified by unattractive men. They want to be objectified by men that make their pussies wet. And proof of this is on the internet every day with the pictures they post on social media and Instagram. In the same vein, and I will say it again, women don't like ultimatums from men that they're not aroused by, men they do not respect. So later on in the show, I'm going to define what an ultimatum really is, what they are not, why they're necessary, and why men who are afraid to issue them always get cheated on and taken advantage of. So you'll definitely want to stick around for that. My opening rant is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Happy Hippo Herbals, or Happy Hippo Kratom rather, will give you an energy boost, laser focus, and increase your productivity all without caffeine. Go to happyhippoherbals.com today and save 20% when you pay with Bitcoin. That includes your shipping. That is happyhippoherbals.com. If you have a question or a comment or want to discuss ultimatums, give me a call, guys. 914-205-5356. If you have an unrelated question about girls, game, finance, fitness, or anything else that pertains to increasing your value and agency as a man, you guys can give me a call too. If you disagree with anything I say or anything I've said in the past, you guys can call me too. But like I said, I'm not holding my breath. Miami J wants to know, did I change the showtime again and I missed it, or is this a one-off? No, I've changed the showtime again. I've changed the showtime back to 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Follow, add, and like me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharpe on all 3 platforms. To get access to all of my content, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. There you will find all of my content. You will find my entire archive of all complete episodes of TSR Live, both audio and video, so you can listen on the go or watch at your leisure. Now, you can watch my show live on weekday afternoons at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, but if you want to be able to rewatch or re-listen to the shows in their entirety, less than 17 cents a day is all it takes. If you like what you hear, if you get something out of my show, my content, you want to contribute to the show, you can donate through my Streamlabs link. I'm putting it in the chat right now. It is www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe 1. That's www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. I don't take super chats, guys, because YouTube takes 30% off the top, wisely so. So if you want 100% of your contribution to go to the show, the Streamlabs link is the best way to do it. Listen, guys, I appreciate every dollar, man. Every little bit counts. Now, if you're a little low on cash, but you still want to contribute, just go to donovansharpe.com and shop through my Amazon affiliate link at the top of my homepage. By doing all of your Amazon shopping through my link, you'll be supporting the show and it will not cost you a dime. Great way to contribute if you're not a baller like Reynaldo Betancourt says we can call in now. Yeah, you absolutely can call in now. The number is 914-205-5356. The phone lines are always open as soon as I go live. I usually don't start taking phone calls until maybe 10 or 15 minutes in. 702, I see you there in the queue. I'm going to get to you in just a second. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show.
I had the opportunity of booking Donovan for 1 hour, and it was money well invested. Donovan is a student of human behavior, more specifically female behavior. If you have a question about Jane, Donovan will listen to what you got to say, and it is definitely worth every penny. He's brilliant, and he offers intellectual stimulation for anybody who wants to listen to him. I would highly recommend Donovan. Book your appointment today.
Gentlemen, my girlfriend Devin gives me slutty, submissive sex anytime I want. As a matter of fact, she's in the shower now exfoliating so that she can go and get her tan on. So she has these nice, sexy tan lines. She's going to be dressing up in the heels. I don't know if she's going to be wearing panties tonight or not. Depends on what my instructions were. They all run together. Guys, she does it all. And she never turns me down, ever. If you want to know how to get slutty, submissive sex from your wife or girlfriend anytime you want, or if you just want to get laid a lot more, booking a one-on-one consultation with me is the solution. Now, I want to make it crystal clear to you guys. I don't give my clients theories or ideas or say things like, maybe you should try this, or I've heard of so-and-so trying this and it worked. No. I advise men based on my own personal experience. I advise men on what I've done in the past and what I do to this day to get the sex I want out of my woman. I will give you actionable, real-world solution that any man, including you, can put into practice today and start seeing results. And if there's any doubt in your mind whatsoever as to whether or not I know what I'm talking about, do not pay me a dime until you do one of two things. You can either look at the screen, yes, that is my girlfriend Devin, or you scroll through my social media feeds if you're listening to this on the audio replay. Listen, guys, any idiot can get in front of a camera and say, my girlfriend does whatever I want, whatever I want, whenever I want. But I'm the only one who actually proves it. Now, my consultations are not cheap, but there are a couple of ways to save money. The first way is to become an $8 patron. As an $8 patron, you'll get access to exclusive articles and videos, but you'll also get a 40% discount when you book a one-on-one consultation. Now, the second way is to become a $25 patron. Along with exclusive articles and videos, you'll also get a 30-minute consultation every month at no additional charge. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to become a patron, or go to donovansharpe.com/consults to fill out your consultation form. Book your one-on-one consultation with me today. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. Shout out to Charles Caballero with the $5 donation. Charles Caballero, one of the TSR OGs. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you have a question or comment. Let's go to the phone lines. Area code 702. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
It's Donovan. What's up? It's C from Las Vegas.
C in Vegas. What the deal, brother? How you doing, man?
How you doing, by the way? Excellent episode. I'm still watching that episode with Kevin Samuels. Excellent episode. I was really digging it. Excellent.
Good. He is, man. Listen, man, real quick. He is awesome, man. This guy knows as much about style and image as anybody I've ever met. Like, he's up there with the Tanner Guzzies of the world at the 21 convention. He knows his shit for real.
No, Donovan, true story. Like, it's so funny because he's talking about the triple Fs.
Yeah.
And I need to get my footwear up only because I work so much, so I can't really focus on my footwear. But I do have the frames. I have a pair of Versace shades, and I already have the Nautical Voyage, and I already have the Aqua di Gio. So I'm already stepping up my game.
See in Vegas is already clean.
There's two things I wanted to talk about. One kind of serious, serious and half funny, and the other one is serious about game. The first thing, because remember you and I were talking about the coons and stuff, right? Remember we had a good conversation about that.
Yeah, that was good.
I was gonna say, Donovan, there's actually one guy I think you and I can agree on who's a definite coon, and you did an episode on him, by the way. You did that. It's an OG episode.
Okay.
You did the episode about him, by the way. You know who it is?
Damon Young.
Yes.
Yes, Damon Young is 100% coon. What C in Vegas is talking about, and I'm gonna tell you what, I I don't think I have that on my website, because that was one of the lost archive episodes that I have back in the back. I might actually post that on my Patreon page. Damon Young wrote an article called "Black Men Are the White People of Black People." It's one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, good call. Damon Young is absolutely a coon.
And just for the record, now, you know, it's so crazy because you and I were talking about Anthony Brian Logan, how you and I are kind of diametrically opposed on ABL. It's so funny, Donovan. Damon Young is such a coon that I actually watched ABL's video about that, and I agreed with him for the most part. I was like, Jesus Christ! You know, I'm talking about you did a video about him, ABL. You know, people on, you know, Black Twitter and everybody was rolling his eyes like, Jesus Christ! Like,
I couldn't
this
believe
guy
what he
is just,
did, man. It was
what's
crazy.
wrong with him? It's crazy. Okay, and the second thing about game I want to talk to you about, it might seem like game 101, but I think you can unpack this and deconstruct this, and it also kind of falls into ultimatums too. Game and frame. Does frame fall under game? Does game fall under frame, or are they two separate different things? Example being, I remember I forgot who you were talking to, Donovan, and someone made a really good example. They said the guy with the ultimate game but zero frame would be mystery, the guy with the mystery method. And, you know, so, you know, as soon as the sex is confirmed, whatever, you know, he does his thing. He just slips right back into a non-masculine frame, and, you know, he just starts simping out and whatever.
Right.
Whereas I feel like I'm not, maybe you can elaborate on this. Maybe where someone who has very little game but has a lot of frame might be going into mode 1 territory.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? Or
yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Maybe.
Frame is one of these constructs that has many definitions, but frame is with regards to dealing with women, there are two kinds of frame. One kind of frame is what we call frame is the first kind of frame that I'm going to talk about is keeping your cool, your ability to stay cool in the face of unrest. When your woman comes home and she's bitching at you and she's throwing shit, if you get crazy and you start yelling at her too, then you have lost frame. Okay. The other kind of frame, which is directly related to game, is masculine frame. In other words, your world. So for example, an analogy that I like to use when I talk about this kind of frame is a woman coming into your world. This train is leaving the station with or without you. You can either get on or get off, but this train is going to leave the tracks. If she gets on, she is now in your frame. But if you decide to keep that train there and wait for her on the platform, you have then in essence lost frame. I am similar to Now, I don't want to say I'm similar to Mystery. Mystery, he knows how, and the Mystery method is, and the PUA method, you're good at sleeping with girls on the first date. You're good at one night stands, but you're shitty at everything else. I don't know that falls under frame or not as far as masculinity is concerned, but I know that if you're good at fucking girls on the first date, but you're not really good at continuing to fuck girls, you probably lack a little bit of game. And don't get me wrong, man.
Yeah, wait, Donovan, wait, hold on. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
You hit the nail on the head. I was because I know you're in the moment, but that's kind of my problem. Where like Donovan, like my masculine frame is there. I got the beard. I got my 6-pack going. Did 220 ab rollers today, by the way. So I'm on top of this shit.
Damn, dude. Holy fuck.
Yes.
I can do 25.
Like I said.
Dude, if I try to do 26, man, I just crumple over, man. I just fold like a fucking centipede.
I do 10 sets of 22.
Woo!
Next time I do my sets, it's going to be 23. Yes.
That's what's up, man. There you go.
So, thank you, sir. But what ends up happening, Donovan, and you nailed it right on the head, where I have no problem attracted to women, and I have my masculine frame. Because Donovan, I don't want to be a dancing monkey. I don't. Don't get me wrong. Mystery is cool, but
yes,
I'm more of the type that's like, look, I'm not trying to he ha ha, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And also, I think there's kind of a stereotype of like, the black guy is always dancing and smiling and joking around. To me, it's very it's very undisciplined.
I agree.
I don't like that.
I agree.
But I feel like, Donovan, like my frame is solid. My frame is rock solid. But I feel like I'm lacking somewhere in game where I can't keep them coming back. Something's off here, and I pinpointed that. You nailed it right on the head. Where it's like I'm missing something. Maybe something rapport. Maybe I'm just too stoic. Because like Donovan, look, if you don't text me for 3 weeks, I'm not hitting you up. I don't care.
Right.
Straight up. Like if you don't text me, like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, hey, where you been at? You're not my girl.
Right.
So like
I'm just fucking you.
Going wrong though. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. But I'm not sure where I'm going wrong. I think I'm lacking game somewhere. Maybe you can expound on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I would probably need a little bit more detail, and you'd probably need to do a one-on-one. But based on what you're telling me, being able to sleep with random women, that is a skill. Not many people can do that. I think where a lot of men go wrong is that you don't really know where you want to take whatever it is that was. Dude, I fucked plenty of broads, right? When I'm fucking them during the interaction, I've already made up my mind, okay, this is just going to be one night stand because I can't really stand this girl when my dick is not in her, right? So I know I'm never going to talk to her again, and so I never talk to her again. There are some girls, however, who think, okay, I could have a good time with them. We have a pretty good rapport, but she's got a tattoo and she's talked about her ex-boyfriend too much, so I know I'm not going to make her an LTR. I'm not going to put her in the training program, but I do have a good time with her, so I'm going to define myself, okay, I'm going to make this girl a regular. If I decide to put her in my rotation, what happens is the day after you fuck her, you send her that text. Hey, I had a great time. She'll say, yes, I did too. That of course takes care of the false rape accusation. Then what you do maybe a couple hours after that, hey, listen, I really had a great time. We should do this again. Same bat time, same bat channel. If she says, yeah, let's do it again, guess what? You've got yourself a fuck buddy, and you're going to continue to fuck her until you're not. So I think, and this is what I used to do a lot, especially in the early part of my red pill, game development, is I wasn't thinking, I was just, oh my God, I can't believe I'm fucking an 8, a 9, or a 10, holy shit. And then I forget, wait a minute, did I like being with her? Could I not stand her? I was in the moment. I was like, I can't believe I'm fucking this girl who looks great, that I didn't really define in my mind what I wanted to do with her. So I didn't really know what to do, and the girl would end up losing attraction. Right. So I think what a lot of men like yourself who have no problem with attracting women, pay attention to your interaction with her. If you like I said, if you enjoy her company, if she's mildly kind, put her in a category: one night stand, fuck buddy, friend with benefits, or possibility for training to be the main chick. Not many girls are going to fall into that category, but it's very important to define what it is you want to do with the girl. When you know what it is you want to do with the girl, then you can execute the plan. You can even write it down on a sheet of paper. Okay, if it's a one night stand, here's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to make this girl a fuck buddy, here's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to make this girl a friends with benefit, here's what I'm going to do. If I want to keep this girl for possible training to be the main chick, here's the plan. This way, when you categorize her after your first interaction or during your first interaction, you have a plan, you know what to do, you don't get confused, and you don't lose that frame.
Excellent. And the last thing, and I'll jump because I know I'm taking a lot of time.
No, you're good. Go ahead, man.
Because just in terms of the frame, because I know my frame is solid. Like Donovan, I've even seen women like, they just start like, oh my God, like this guy's gonna call me on my shit, or he doesn't fall for my shenanigans, and they like that.
Right.
Like, a lot of them like that. But I also feel like I'm just leaving a lot of potential on the table, because you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't have like the quick witty line. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll say like a one-liner that's cool or cute or whatever. Sure. But you get what I'm saying. But it's not like, and I just feel like sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I could have said something, to rope her back in, or, just to build more attraction or whatever. But as far as, I'm saying, Donovan, like, again, I'm definitely not going to be like the dancing monkey stereotype.
I get it. I understand. You definitely don't want to be that. Yeah. And a lot of girls like you to be, and Rouge calls it a clown. He wrote a brilliant article that said, if I want to get laid, I will have to be a clown. And he understands he understands that a lot of girls require parlor tricks to keep them entertained, because they literally have real world ADD. If they don't see bright, shiny colors or pickup lines or, a bunch of zany stuff, then they lose attention very quickly. If you get the idea that you have to be a clown for a girl, then you need to leave that chick alone. By the same
Job, yeah,
token, if you feel like you could have said something, approach it like a baseball game, right? When you're in the batter's box and you're a good fastball hitter, you're only going to swing at fastball. So, for example, if you go up and say to a girl, "Hi, I'm C from Vegas," and she says, "Well, I have a boyfriend." Well, great. That means he can be there to buy you things when you're not with me. Give her a smirk and a smile. If she laughs, you're in there. That's a fastball. But every once in a while, if you're building that good rapport, then all of a sudden you go silent, okay? That's that awkward silence. You feel like you're missing the boat. Don't be afraid to get back in there. Don't be afraid to get back in there and mix it up with her. Awkward silences, I'll put it to you this way. The earlier in the set that awkward silences happen, the more detrimental it is. Don't outthink the room. Keep the conversation going. By the same token, understand that you're not a clown. It is a delicate balance, but saying nothing, especially early on in the set, it can sometimes come off as awkward or, okay, this is kind of cold. You have to strike while the iron's hot. Girls are emotional creatures, and emotion is built on momentum. You never want to let that lead go cold. You always have to have, and again, have a plan, have something to say. Okay, if I open up, practice at home. If it goes silent, then here are 3 things that I'm just going to throw out there. That way, when you're talking to a girl, you're rapping with her, and there's that awkward silence, boom. Now you have your 1 or 4, not one-liners, but conversation starters, escalation starters, so things don't go cold.
Also, Donovan, the last thing, and I promise I'll jump at this one. I just want to say this, though. You're right about the silence, but you know what I'm saying? You said it's very delicate. But sometimes though, Donovan, where I feel like my frame is strong and I'm there, I let the silence linger. So it makes her think I'm perfectly fine. I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I'm chilling because, I'm not like ANC looking around, but I'm sitting there stone cold. Like, and this is silence, whatever. She starts thinking, maybe something wrong with me.
No.
But you get what I'm saying? So
no, I hear you. And it depends on the girl. All girls are the same, right? All women are like that. But by the same token, it's one of those deals where some girls do enjoy the strong silent type. Some girls just enjoy your silent company. But again, by the same token, if especially early in the interaction, you have to keep the momentum going. You cannot build momentum by doing nothing.
Absolutely correct. Okay, Donovan, you take care. Great conversation. Talk to you later.
You the man, dude. Call back anytime, brother. See you in Vegas, man. See, I like it when guys. Oh wow. Okay, so Devin just walked in and she is done tanning. And okay, turn around. Let me see. Oh wow, you used. Okay, very good. Okay, yep. All right. So Devin's gonna get the brake speed off her tonight because the tan lines are tight. See, I told you, man. I walk the walk. I talk the talk. Talk the talk. Walk the walk. Yeah, I like it when guys like C in Vegas call in with questions like that because I know a lot of you guys have those same kinds of questions. And by answering those questions, like I answer his questions by virtue or I answer your questions by virtue of answering his questions. So good call there by C in Vegas. And again, man, listen, a lot of guys out there have no problem attracting women. Okay, I'm attracted to her. She's attracted to me. Oh shit, what do I do now, right? I fucked her and I enjoyed being with her. So what's the plan now? You have to have a plan. Very, very good call, man. Excellent call, man. I always enjoy talking to C from Vegas, man. I always enjoy talking to that guy. He asks questions that make me think, and I like thinking when I'm on the air. If you are listening on SoundCloud and you want to listen to the rest of this episode, head on over to donovansharpe.com or patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Again, if you are listening on SoundCloud and you want to be able to listen to the rest of this episode or watch this episode, head on over to donovansharpe.com or patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe.